In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to draw a room in one-point perspective on a worksheet. The worksheet I'm using is listed in the description of this video, and you can print another copy for yourself if necessary. First, in the empty square given, connect both opposite corners to create an X. Where those lines cross is your vanishing point. Next, you're going to create a square, and the corners of the square need to be on those diagonal lines you drew from the opposite corners. Using a triangle, you can line up the bottom of your triangle with the bottom of the paper and get a perfect horizontal and vertical line, making perfect 90-degree angles at each corner. Then erase your guidelines inside the square. You should now be able to envision the ceiling, floor, and right and left walls of your room. Now, there is another way that you could begin a room drawing, and I want to show you that really quickly. You can always begin a room by drawing the far back wall first. This could be a rectangle. It does not have to be a square. You don't need to draw a horizon line, but you do need to draw a vanishing point inside of that wall. Your vanishing point then will have to be in line with each corner of that back wall. So using my triangle, you can see how I line up my vanishing point and a corner against the straight edge and then extend a line outward towards the edges of the paper. The lines do not go to the corners of the paper in this instance. Okay, now back to the front side on our worksheet. We're going to work through the steps listed on your worksheet, and the next step is to begin drawing a door by first drawing a vertical line. Every time you draw a vertical line, make sure it is parallel to the vertical edges of your paper. The top of that line will then be extended towards the vanishing point, and then an additional vertical line will be drawn straight down, parallel to the edges of the paper to complete the doorway. Next, we're going to begin drawing a window on the right side. So again, start with a vertical line. This line can be shorter if you wish, and extend the top and the bottom of that line towards the vanishing point. And then to finish your window, you're going to draw a vertical line parallel to the vertical edges of your paper. Next, we're going to do a floor design. We're going to make this look like a tiled floor, and the first step is to just lay down some dots on the bottom edge of that center back wall. You want your dots to be evenly spaced apart, and then you want to connect those dots to the vanishing point and extend the line outwards towards the bottom of the paper. From there, you're going to connect the top left corner with the bottom right corner of that floor. Where that diagonal line crosses through the lines of the floor, you'll place a dot. Then, using a horizontal line parallel to the top and bottom of your paper, you're going to draw horizontal lines that go through that line marked on the diagonal, and this will give you a perfectly balanced tile floor. At this point, you have seen everything listed in the worksheet, but I want you to push yourself to draw more than what you have to do. So I'm going to demonstrate how to draw a skylight. Watch how I begin on the ceiling, just like I would for a window. But pay attention to these next steps. I'm going to now show the actual thickness of the ceiling. Look how I use my vanishing point to help me draw all of the receding lines. Moving forward, I want to show you how to draw some simple pieces of furniture. Even though we already have a pattern here on our floor, we're using a pencil so we can erase and still overlap some other things. So here I'm starting to draw a couch, and I'm just beginning by drawing the front side of it, the side that the viewer is facing. Now I mark the points of the corners, and I'm going to extend those corners towards the vanishing point. So now we see the lines of the couch receding into the distance. I will use my triangle to then end this form, and you'll see a very basic couch take shape. Now there are some other things that I can do in here too. I can use lines to help me find the center of places. So watch here, I'm going to place diagonal lines in the back seat area of the couch, And where those diagonal lines meet, where I draw this X here, that's the center of the couch. So if I want to show two separate couch pillows, I could do that now, and it'll all make sense visually because the front cushions will look larger than the back cushions. This same idea can be used for finding the center of a window. So for example, if I want to add curtains to this window here above the couch, I can find the center. I can use my vanishing point also to find a line through the middle. Look how I angle that towards the vanishing point. And then if I want to have curtains hanging down, I can draw a little guideline towards the vanishing point under the window and have my curtains fall down to that line. Try adding as much furniture as you can think of to this worksheet. Lamps, TVs, beds, entertainment centers, whatever you can come up with. Because the more you practice drawing a room in one-point perspective, the better you will get at it. Feel free to shade this worksheet using pencil or even add some color. And finally, make sure you put your name at the top of this worksheet and turn it in when it is completed. It will be scored by your teacher so that you can have some feedback.